In today's video, I'm going to be showing all of you guys the 5 worst purchases you can make in GTA Online. And just before we start, I just want to mention that this list is mostly made for the new players of GTA or people who are just very picky with how they spend their money in GTA. But if you're already extremely rich in the game, chances are you already own most of these things anyway, so it's not really a big deal for you. Now with that being said, let's jump into the list. Alrighty, starting with number 5, we have alien weapons. Now, when I say the alien weapons, I'm really only talking about the Unholy Hellbringer and also the Widowmaker. The Up and Atomizer is an alien weapon, but honestly, I'd consider it more of a tool, especially with grinding, jumping over fences, flipping over vehicles. Like, there's a lot of things that can be useful for. Plus, it's only about 400,000, which, for the traits that it has and for the amount of things you can do with it, I feel like it's actually not a terrible price. But when it comes to the Unholy Hellbringer and also the Widowmaker, there's a lot of alternatives that work a lot better, and they're also 10 times cheaper. And with both of these guns coming in at just shy of 500,000 each, I feel like it's an incredible waste of money, and they're really not even that good. I mean, I've been using them for pretty much since they've released at this point, and they really don't have the best accuracy. The Widowmaker, it's not terrible, but I honestly find it's actually worse than the regular minigun. And the Unholy Hellbringer, I find it's crazy inaccurate. And honestly, the assault rifle for like 34,000 or whatever that one cost is 10 times better in my opinion. Alright, getting into number 4, we have houses. Now this is going to confuse a lot of you, especially you veteran players, but hear me out for a second. So the houses in GTA, they can pretty much range anywhere from like 100k for a decent house, all the way up to over $1 million for some of the penthouses and all that. And in this, I'm not including like the yacht penthouse or the yacht suite, or like the casino penthouse, all that stuff. I'm really just talking about like the actual properties you can buy, the houses. But like I said, with them ranging from 100k to like $1 million, it's pretty crucial to have at least one. But in reality, having multiple is kind of a waste of money because they all really do the same thing anyway. Buying multiple or hyper expensive ones isn't the best idea, especially if you consider the fact that, like I said, every property is pretty much the same and they all consist of the same features, except for maybe some of the low-end apartments that can't start up heists. But even when you're talking about like the high-end apartments up in like the $1 million range, realistically, the only thing you're getting is the choice between eight or so different layouts for your apartment. And most of them aren't even incredible in my opinion. There's only a few that are kind of good. And other than that, there's really no customization to any of these at all. And it would honestly be a different case if every property had like different features, like usable balconies or cool little things like that. But even then, they'd probably still be kind of a waste of money unless it was like a massive change. But there's really no difference whatsoever. And there's also, like I said, pretty much zero customization you can do to these properties. So really your only benefit of having the multi-million-dollar apartments is just the view you get out the windows. That's pretty much it. And maybe a little bit nicer garage. Alright, so the third one, and this is going to get a lot of yous, but cars. Now, I just want to start off with saying I'm a massive car guy. Have been since I was a kid. I absolutely love cars, and I play GTA for the cars a lot of the time. I love driving them around. I love collecting cars. Over the course of me playing GTA, I've collected hundreds of different vehicles, customized them all. It's amazing. But you also have to think, especially if you're starting off in GTA, cars really are not the best thing to spend your money on. Because in GTA, we have hundreds of different options for cars. We have supercars, off-road cars, muscle cars, sports cars, all different kinds of vehicles. And most of the cars in GTA come with a ridiculously high price. And while it's important to buy a few sports cars and all that, it's important to also not get stuck in that loop of just buying car after car after car. The second you make $1 million, you just buy a brand new car. Because the second you get stuck in that loop, it is very hard to get out of it. And it's actually a loop I got stuck in when I started playing the game. And it's a mistake that I made a while ago. But whenever I'd make my first, who knows what, $1 million, $2 million, I'd make that money and then I'd just blow it on a car right away. The next day I'd make another $1 million, I'd blow it on a car right away. And I just always found myself having zero money. And having zero money is certainly not a position I'd like you guys to be in. So that's why I say cars, honestly, not the best option. Now, you have to take that with a grain of salt, because buying cars is also a very important part of the game. But like I said, it's about weighing in which vehicles are actually useful and which ones are kind of just, collector vehicles or whatever. So for example, if you buy one supercar to help you with time trials, stuff like that, just even getting around the map, all that, and then you buy a couple sports cars, just, have some cars to have fun in, because at the end of the day, it's still a game, you want to have fun. And then, maybe buy an off-road car or something if you have to do missions in the hills or who knows what. And then maybe like a militarized vehicle, maybe like something like an oppressor, maybe even like an insurgent, night shark, something like that. Something to help you out in public lobbies, because, everyone knows GTA Online is a complete war zone, especially right now. But it's about pacing yourself. Until you actually get a steady flow of income coming in on your GTA Online account, just pace yourself with the vehicles you buy. Don't go buying all the new sports cars and everything just to brag to your friends. It's really about pacing yourself, and invest in businesses on GTA before you invest in cars. Instead of investing $3 million into the new supercar, think about investing $3 million maybe into who knows, an MC business or some sort of CEO lockup or something like that. All right, now we're getting into the pretty obvious ones. Coming in at number 2, we have the Swift Deluxe and also the Luxor Deluxe. Now, I've been playing GTA since release, and I have to admit, I've bought both of these vehicles on multiple accounts. And as ashamed as I am of that, at the same time, if you have the money to buy these vehicles on your accounts, it's not a terrible decision. Again, if you have the money. And when I say if you have the money, I'm talking like if you're worth upwards of 150 to 300 million in GTA Online, then yeah, why not? You've already done your job. You have multi-million-dollar vehicles and everything, and why not throw in another $5 million helicopter or $10 million jet? But for the regular Joe in GTA, the Swift Deluxe and the Luxor Deluxe are absolutely horrible purchases. They're not good planes. Both of them actually have non-deluxe counterparts that you can buy for, I'm pretty sure both of them are under 1.5 million. And even the base vehicles, they're not really that good. The Luxor is a fairly slow plane with mediocre handling, and the Swift is just a mediocre helicopter in general. Now, like I said, if you have tens of millions of dollars and you have no care in the world about blowing it all, they are very cool vehicles, and they're a massive flex, it's true. And they certainly do come along with a certain level of class, but in reality, you're paying $10 million or $5.6 million if you go for the Swift, simply for a golden paint job. There's really no other way of putting it. You're paying upwards of $15 million for both, simply for a golden paint job. Alright, and coming in at the number 1 spot, this is the big one, is obviously, as you were all expecting, is going to be the Yacht. Now, like I said with the Swift Deluxe and the Luxor Deluxe, I do own a yacht myself. I have a couple yachts, actually, over the 3 accounts that I do have on GTA Online. But for new players, or even just players who have grinded $10 million and are just looking for something to buy with their $10 million yet now, I heavily suggest you go away from the Yacht, as far away as you possibly can. Because as extravagant as it is, as luxurious as the Yacht is, and also can be, it is a horrible purchase for anyone that doesn't have minimum $100 million, $150 million. And yes, there is jobs you can do with it. You can make money with the Yacht, but realistically, the jobs don't make you much money. They make you probably about 30,000, and they take about 10 minutes to do. And you can get a special captain outfit with the Yacht as well. But again, it's really not worth $10 million unless you really want that captain's outfit. But it's very similar to the Swift Deluxe and the Luxor Deluxe. You're paying $10 million for a luxury. It's pretty much just a flex. It's just something that you can show off to your friends, like, hey, I got a yacht, and it's really just that. It's not going to make you any money. It's not going to really do much for you. It's a cool spot to just sit on, maybe even look at the sunset in GTA or relax on it, I guess, but it's really nothing special, if you will. Now, it is somewhat useful in free roam. If you have some people chasing you or you have people trying to kill you in free roam, you can go onto a yacht and you can activate yacht defenses, and there's pretty much no way they can get to you. They can't fly oppressors near you, planes, whatever, because your yacht defenses will shoot them down right away. And the yacht defenses, I'll admit, the yacht defenses are actually pretty incredible how they work. They shoot down pretty much everything, and there's not really... Actually, in my experience playing GTA, there's nothing that the yacht defenses can't stop. They will always stop a plane before it hits your yacht. So if you're someone who tends to get in a lot of fights in free roam and you need a place to hide, I guess the yacht is a very expensive alternative than just using your apartment or something. But like I said, if you're not a multi-millionaire, if you're not in like the top like 5% of GTA players, you really shouldn't even be looking at this yacht. Because just one of the options in the yacht, you can get gold railings for an extra $850,000. And the total price of the yacht, if you want to get a maxed out yacht, like I said at the start, is $10 million. And realistically, that is a Megalodon shark card. That's about 100 real dollars, depending on if you're USD or whatever. It's about 100 USD realistically. So you're paying almost $100 of real money, if you're buying a shark card, obviously, for pretty much a useless vehicle. So, with all of that covered, hopefully I helped you guys out somewhat today, and hopefully I kind of showed you where these vehicles or items go wrong and where they're somewhat useful. And again, just spend your money wisely, or spend your money however you want. As long as you're happy, that's the important part, because at the end of the day, it's a game. You're supposed to be having fun, you're supposed to be enjoying it, and if buying a $10 million plane makes you happy, then go for it. Anyways, if this video helped you guys out, please do leave a like and subscribe. I'm slowly starting to grow my channel, and I've been trying to grow on YouTube for years now, and I'm just starting to get back into it pretty heavily now. So if this did help you, please do subscribe, leave a like, or even just let me know in the comments what you thought of it. Maybe some criticism, constructive criticism, sorry. Who knows? I'm open to all of it. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys all have a wonderful night or day or whatever it is for you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.